Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play FighterZ. I'm Drunken Dan.
I'm Train.
Last time we saved Yamcha and Tien. Tien, who we'll never use, because it's fucking Tien. Like, really? Who's gonna fucking use Tien?
Well, not Toriyama, that's for sure.
Oh, God. Tien, like, Tien got, like, pushed to the side faster than any character in Dragon Ball Z. Or Dragon Ball in general.
I would say Chaozu, only because Chaozu never even won his introductory fucking fight.
Tien, I mean, like, Chaozu was barely a thing. He was like an accessory, so I don't even count him. Like, Tien, like, he shows up, he beats Goku, and then after that, he just does nothing until he holds that back, like, Cell 2 for, like, a minute, and that's it. Which, by the way, reminds me of how power levels are fucking bullshit and stupid.
I mean, we've kind of explained before how, like, Dragon Ball introduces power levels and then immediately makes them irrelevant and pointless by introducing the fact that Goku and Piccolo, by getting naked, can increase their power levels. Or the fact that when Vegeta and Nappa first arrive and they realize, oh, our scouters are worthless because they can disguise their power levels.
Also, it's really funny. So, I kind of want to make fun of the power level community for a second. So, a lot of them get mad at the fact that in Tournament of Power, Caulifla and Kale could stand up to Blue Goku. Because, yeah, Blue Ku, because it's Super Saiyan 2 and whatever the fuck you want to call Kale. And, what's really dumb is, I'm like, yeah, but didn't Tien hold back Cell Form 2?
Didn't like, Tien, like, mildly inconvenience, like, Boo absorb or Gotenks absorb Boo?
Yes. Like, Tien mildly inconvenienced characters who he has no business ever being able to touch.
Let's do some basic mathematics here, okay? So, Nappa has a power level of roughly 3,000, right?
Yes.
So, with that 3,000, he completely dominates... actually, no, it's 4,000, because Piccolo is like 3,000 or something. But he completely dominates the fight with Piccolo, to the point where it's very clear that he is the winner. Like, Piccolo does not stand a chance. So then you get to Goku and Vegeta fighting. Goku has a power level of, let's say, 9,001. Versus Vegeta having a power level of 18,000. Which is where, like, the Kaioken is hat, but they're still relatively evenly matched, where Vegeta has a slight edge, but that's where the Kaioken puts them, you know,
right,
on even footing. So then we get, and that's all fine and dandy, until then you get to Namek Saga, where the Ginyu Force Sharp would have all of their, like, stupid power levels. You get to Captain Ginyu, has power level 180,000, and he, like, puts Goku through his paces for a bit.
For like a second.
Yeah, and then you get to Frieza, who's got 530,000, which then jumps to 1 million. Piccolo, after training with King Kai for, I don't know, a week. Not even training, just meditating. And then
he's the only one who doesn't train with him. He just meditates in the background.
And then absorbing Nail, and that puts him at power level over 1 million, or 1 million to... Well, actually, no, he must be over 1 million, because he's winning that fight. So it's just, you know, it's one of those things, and of course Vegeta, if he gets, like, almost killed, closes the gap between whoever almost killed him in an instant.
Yeah, that happens repeatedly in the Namek Saga.
Saiyans.
To the point of comedy. Because Saiyans are bullshit. I don't even mind that the new movie's gonna be like a Saiyan enemy, because they've made Saiyans so fucking OP, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean... So, power levels have just always been horseshit, and they're always stupid, because when you put arbitrary numbers to,
yeah,
you know, what is basically going to be plot convenience, though, right? Like,
yeah, never, just don't fucking make power... Okay, here's my advice if anyone wants to write an action series, or book, story, whatever you want to do. If it involves fighting and action, don't introduce a power level system. Never even toy with the idea. Just never have it. Because so the way a power level system works, and by the way, since Dragon Ball, like, chooses to ignore it whenever it feels like, and also has it, so what a power level means in Dragon Ball, whenever they decide to follow it, which is every now and then, depending on what Toriyama feels like doing that day, a power level means that that character is better in every single category than the other character. That means strength, speed, technique, reaction time, everything. Maybe not intelligence, but everything else. Intelligence doesn't really factor in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like, rarely ever factors in Dragon Ball.
So, Yeah, but the fact is that fights are going to be won based on who needs to win them for the story's sake, right?
I mean, that's in any fiction, to be fair.
So that's why Master Roshi in the Tournament of Power is able to
God.
knock out 4 people. 4 people! That is how many... That's like 4 times as many people as Tien takes out.
Yeah, no, Tien did a good job taking himself out.
He takes one other guy with him, though.
But what's even funnier is it doesn't even make sense the way it works, because since he's got the clones, why did he take himself out?
Because Tien is a dumbass.
He's literally like one of the clones, him, the one who's him, is the only one who's not grabbing anyone, and he's sitting there talking to the guy. He has no business being there. It's so stupid. But, I mean, then again, like I said, like, even nobody... The only people who care about Tien are those really crazy people that come flying at you every time you make fun of Tien. And the fact that nobody likes Tien. I've had them come flying at me. Listen, Tien is basically bargain bin Yamcha. I'm just gonna say. He just is. He's the bargain bin version of Yamcha. Yeah,
So,
he's got some cool techniques. Yeah, but when has he used them? When's the last time you saw him use one of his cool techniques? He's like one of those, like, one-hit wonder guys who just kind of sits there and goes, Hey, do you remember when I held back Cell? Yes, Tien. Yeah, I did that.
So, you just kind of... But yeah, so putting these arbitrary numbers of, X can beat Y, when, like, people only win just based off if they need to for the story's sake. You know?
Yeah.
So... I don't know, power levels are stupid, and have always been stupid, and I dread whenever you read something or watch it. Like the one time for an Arc One Piece introduced power levels, it's like, okay, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? You're better than this, Oda, or you used to be.
I remember they introduced them for like a second in the final arc of Yu Yu Hakusho, only to immediately throw them out the window. It's almost like they were making fun of power levels. Like they immediately threw them out the window, like in 2 seconds.
It's almost like...
And never brought it up again.
Speaking of power levels, I think Brigette's too strong in Overwatch.
I still want to make fun of Tien, but okay.
We can keep making fun of Tien. I mean...
You know what's even funnier? You know how he loses in the manga? It's even dumber.
Yeah, doesn't Frost just, like, sneak up on him and push him up or something?
Oh, what was it? In the manga version, Frost just kinda... What was it? He appears for like a second. Was it first Tien tries to tri-beam him, and Frost just tanks it, and then just like punts him out of the ring. So he doesn't even last as long as he did in the anime. Like, it's almost like they have contempt for the character, and it's kind of funny. They might as well have not even had him. But anyway, that was all I wanted to do. Alright, I'll allow you to rant about fucking, Brigitte. I've
said before that I frequently, like, argued that a lot of characters in Overwatch are not in the correct things. Like, Roadhog is not a tank. Roadhog is flat out a DPS.
Wait, are you saying Junkrat's not defense?
No, I think Junkrat's the best DPS character in the game.
He is, actually.
But, like, Brigitte doesn't have that problem because Brigitte is every role. Like, okay, so as far as being a solo healer, she's not great, obviously, but, like, as a secondary healer, she's great. She's got that radial healing, she's got armor, which, you know, Torbjorn's gimmicky. So, but on top of that, she's also extremely bulky and tanky, and it's really hard for for teams to punish her, I feel. So, like, she can just get away with charging into, like, most ground-based characters, or people who are in, like, mid-close range, and just get away with fighting them and killing them, because, well, she gets a stun every 5 seconds, and stun is by far the best ability in the game.
Oh yeah, anything with a stun is really good.
So, she has that. She has that every 5 seconds. Her whip shot is just, you know, extra range damage. And she doesn't have to... And she has the old favourite of playing FPSs where she doesn't have to aim because she just randomly, like, left click, left click, left click. Oh, I hit a whole bunch of people and that also healed me. And it's like...
Oh.
I don't know. It feels like she's a character who has so much versatility and utility and abilities on her that it's like she just lose something and it'd be fine.
I just realized I have the social link for both Frieza and Cell. I forgot to do this.
Oh. Oh yeah. Speaking of social links, Persona 5 anime started up, and the animation is I mean, it's shoddy in a few places. And also,
Are we used to this now with fucking shows in Japan at this point?
well, we had good animation. Before the economy went to crap and the anime industry started dying, where everyone gave up and went back to being salarymen, and then realised how soul destroying that was.
Yeah.
Speaking of soul destroying, have you seen Infinity War yet?
Wait, that comes out Friday, and no, I haven't. I don't know when I'll see it.
Yeah, same. Just to date this episode, Infinity War is not out for us yet, but it will be out by the time this goes out.
Oh fuck, I didn't mean to click that again. Oops.
Quick, let's make predictions on how we think Infinity War's gonna go.
Thanos loses.
Well,
Steve Rogers dies. Captain Marvel becomes the new leader of the Avengers.
she's not in this, it's just because her movie's not out yet.
She will. I think. Here's what I've heard, a rumor. So, Steve Rogers is going to die in Infinity War, and probably like Bucky, or probably like Winter Soldier Bucky is going to take over the role, which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
and then Captain Marvel is going to become the next leader of Avengers. So what they're doing with Captain Marvel's movie is they're making it a period piece, but it's only in the fucking 90s. I think they're doing that as a way to say that, like, oh, she's already an established hero, and probably just have her frozen or some shit. And with that, they can have her be the leader because, oh no, she's not a new hero. She's been established by our movie that retcons the 90s.
She's been established, but she never helped out with any of the like world-shattering crises that you know. It's like to talk about.
They'll probably have her in space, or have her be asleep.
Or both. She's in space and in stasis. She's in spaces. That whole idea reminds me of the problem we faced with Justice League, the DCAU version, where I've mentioned before, specifically to you, and I don't think on this, about how I fucking both love and hate the I fucking hate the whole thing where, not the whole episode, but where like Darkseid gets attacked by Brainiac and he sends the distress call to Earth.
Oh, that episode.
And he's like, "Hey guys, you want to come help me?" And Superman's like, "No, fuck you. I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. But die."
I like. My favorite part is that they try to treat it like, no, Batman's right.
Yeah.
And even at the end, they try to pretend like Batman was right. And it's like, no, Superman was clearly right here. They should have just stayed home and let him cry.
But it makes me laugh because he says, he says some crack about, you're upset because Darkseid messed with your head. It's like, well, he also killed a good friend of his and, made him, turn against the entirety of Earth, which then very directly, led to the events of Cadmus and Hamilton making Galatea for his sex doll. His daughter, yes, who just miraculously gave larger breasts to. It's completely by accident.
Galatea. Power Girl. Galatea.
Yeah. But the whole point is that event had so many tangible effects on the whole DCAU. And meanwhile, where was Batman during the Apocalypse invasion? Oh, he was in his basement, hiding under the desk.
Like a bitch!
Are they gone yet, Alfred?
Alfred, I'm scared!
Master Wayne, I think it's alright. I think they're focused entirely on Metropolis for some reason. Help me!
God, I still hate that though, because again, like I said, the actual episode itself, even in the end, tries to paint it like, no, Batman is still right, even though he's completely wrong.
One of the few times I did like where they made Batman treated as wrong, or at least wrong in the sense from the audience perspective, was the Booster Gold episode.
Yeah, actually, what's funny? And so, what's kind of funny, I was thinking about this the other day. In terms of Batman, the AU, he kind of slowly becomes the meme that people see him as. So, in AU, until, a certain part in Justice League, I think, somewhere around Unlimited, he gets kind of depicted where they depict him like he's paranoid. He's not always right. In fact, because of him, he's partially the reason why Penguin doesn't get rehabilitated. There was like a whole episode on that where he doesn't trust the Penguin, who was seriously trying to become a straight man, and well, Batman didn't exactly help with those matters and didn't realize until it was too late. And there were like a lot of episodes where shit like that happened, where he was clearly wrong and in the wrong, and they treated him like this. And hell, even in like Beyond, they show that his paranoia made him a lonely old, grumpy old man. And then in Justice League, like somewhere in Unlimited, they started more showing him as he's the greater good. He is always right for some fucking pissant reason. It was somewhere in the funny enough, it was in the Cadmus stuff, too.
Oh, you know that Booster Gold episode? That was originally going to be a Firestorm origin story, right?
No, I didn't know that.
And then it's like, oh, but then they decided not to use Firestorm. So it's like, oh, oops. That's why it's all about the experimentation with, like, physics and, matter. Transmigration, essentially. Because
that actually makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it didn't really occur to me at the time because I don't know who Firestorm was.
Yeah.
But I guess in hindsight, it's like, oh, that does explain why Firestorm was never a part of the whole thing.
Well, there were a couple limits that they had on character usage too at the time.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to use a lot of the extended Bat family. I know that. Yeah,
because of that really shitty Batman show that was going on at the time.
Were they also not allowed to use Plastic Man?
They used him in an episode. I think he was in... Oh, wait, no. He was, he wasn't, used majorly. I think he was, in the background or something.
Yeah, just because Plas is obviously a great character. Everyone should love Plastic Man.
I like Plastic Man. He's so fucking stupid, I love him.
He's stupid and crazy, he's the best.
He's like a better Daredevil. Not Daredevil, Deadpool.
I was gonna say, don't bring Daredevil into this.
You know who's also a better Deadpool and was the original Deadpool? Ambush Bug.
Oh my god, you know how we were talking about, because we're blitzing through topics, but you know how we were talking about, Infinity War? Guess what character they're shopping around for possibly getting a movie?
Oh.
Go on, fucking guess. I want you to try and fall down to the depths of this insanity.
I don't know.
Moon Knight!
Good! Oh fuck, I did not want to do that.
I mean, I'm hoping I was just being sarcastic with that good.
I want to see this.
Do you really want to see a Moon Knight movie?
It'll be a train wreck.
Fucking Moon Knight.
It'll be a train wreck.
I remember the first time I ever heard of Moon Knight was playing the Ultimate Spider-Man game. Because Spidey has one random insult he'll throw out to Johnny Storm in their races, where he'll say, Moon Knight is faster than you. And then it's like, the fact that I was first introduced to Moon Knight for an insult kind of says everything that needs to be said about Moon Knight.
Don't you mean the best character from the Marvel Universe?
Fucking Moon Knight.
Hey, listen, if they can give Captain Marvel a movie, they can give him a movie.
At least Captain Marvel has reason to exist. She exists because Marvel realized they did not have a Wonder Woman. Yeah.
I like how they want. I like how they want that, and they have a team of people that write her in her own books that are pretty good. And then there's the people that do the crossover events. And they're like, let's make her a fascist. I know we made a joke about it before, but that's what they did. I know we made fun of it, and I think the last episode we recorded, I think we made fun of it. But I just had to say it at least one more time.
I mean, we make fun of this shit all the time. I think
we make fun of this shit all the time.
I mean, our episodes could be condensed to about 3 different topics,
and it all involves us making fun of shit.
Dragon Ball sucks. Comic books suck.
Everything sucks. Yeah. Everything is bad. Everything you like is wrong, and everything you wrong is right.
No one wants us to talk about things that are good, though, or things that we like and hold dear. Because that's boring. People only want us if we're saying controversial shit. Like Toriyama's a hack.
Or Shenmue's a piece of shit and was never good, and you guys are all stupid for thinking it was ever good.
Man, I finished Yakuza 6 yesterday. Ooh.
How was it?
I mean, I like it, but I think the ending's a bit not controversial, but I think the ending could like leave some people dissatisfied.
Considering it's at the end of Kiryu's story, I'm kind of curious. Not in this video, but tell me after we're recording.
I mean, I'm really not sure if I want to tell you any more than this, just because I feel
That's fine, because I won't get the 6 for a long time, since, you know, I'm playing through the entire fucking series. It's gonna be a long time.
Yeah, especially since, as far as I'm aware, 3, 4, and 5 are still gonna just be PS3 exclusive.
Yeah. 3 is the most expensive one, which is fucking wacky.
Which is bizarre, because 3 is the one that's the most forgettable.
Yeah, in fact, actually, people have told me just to skip 3, skip 4, do the thing to get caught up, and then just play 4. That's what people have been telling me.
Well, I'm
kind of leaning towards doing it.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything actually relevant in 3. Like, the most relevant thing that 3 introduces is it introduces Okinawa and Kiryu's orphanage that he set up, but it's also reintroduced in 4.
Yeah, I've been recommended by a couple people just to skip 3 and just play 4 instead. So I might do that after Konami 2 comes out.
It's also just because that's when Akiyama and the others are introduced. I feel bad that I can't remember the other 2 playable characters in Yakuza 4, but Akiyama's the most notable one because he's the most he's the one who stays in the series the most after. The other guy, the prisoner guy, he shows up a bit, but he's not to the extent of Akiyama. But yeah, I do recommend Yakuza 6. It's just one of those things of, if you think on the ending, you think of all the implication, everything that led you up to that, and it's like, was that the ending I wanted, or was it what I expected? And the answer to that question is a little bit iffy. But
is it better than the ending of The Last Jedi?
I mean, everything's better than the ending of The Last Jedi.
Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah, I'd much rather sit through that. I'd much rather sit through CGI fucking kangaroo movie than Last Jedi. Because at the end of the day, Kangaroo Jack, for instance, is just a stupid, dumb movie that exists and you sit through it. Whereas The Last Jedi is not just a stupid, bad movie that exists, it's a stupid, mad movie that, by nature of existing, ruins so many other movies that weren't stupid and bad.
You mean like every movie that came before it?
Yeah, basically. So it's like, oh, did you like Luke Skywalker? Well, fuck you. This is what you have now. This is what he becomes. There's no happy ending. There was no, love. There's no caring. It's just this. It's like, I don't really want to explain. I don't really want to spoil, just in case people haven't seen it and they are obsessed with seeing it and think, oh, well, maybe it's not as bad as Trey makes it out to be. And it's like, no, I'm actually being nice. $2 million to wank off a space cow, for fuck's sake.
It's okay, because Mark Hamill loved it so much, he looked like he wanted to strangle the director.
Mark Hamill loved it so much, he has basically said, I'm never coming back to Star Wars ever again. He has got out. We are never gonna So, I should point out, even though for the brief moment when we had all 3 of the, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and, fuck. Oh, god damn it, I can't remember her name.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, yeah, sorry. I'm blanking. None of them were... There was never a point where all 3 were on screen together.
Nope.
And we are never going to have that ever again. We have missed the opportunity.
It's okay, because they killed off Luke's character, and then, he didn't even tell the fucking actor that he was dead.
They killed off his character, but they did more than that. They destroyed it as well. They turned Luke Skywalker, the super optimistic hero, who, fought against unshakable odds to, save not just the rebellion, but also his father and his father's soul. And it's like, oh, you just made him a sad, depressed old man who has just been defeated and doesn't care. It's like, oh, that's our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, you know what's funny? I thought of a way to rewrite it where you could have not fucked up Luke's character, but that's only if you. I'll just go into it if you want to tell them about that whole thing.
I mean, if I'm just going into full-on spoiler territory at this point, so the basic premise is that Luke Skywalker, in the interim years between the Return of the Jedi and the Force Awakens, was training up some new Jedi, and then Snoke somehow came into this. They mentioned Snoke got his grips on Kylo Ren Ben, but they never actually explained where Snoke came from. We're never going to get that explanation. Thanks, Rian Johnson. So fucking good storytelling. But anyway, so in these interims when Ben starts being all getting the dark side, Luke Skywalker's like, I know the logical thing to do. I must murder this child. So he's about to kill him before he goes, hang on a second, this doesn't seem like a thing I would do. Only Ben wakes up and immediately is just like, you tried to kill me, I'm angry, rah. And then that makes Luke Skywalker sad. He's sad, and then he goes and hides on an island in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere for the rest of the next 10, 20 years.
You know what?
That's the saga of Luke Skywalker.
If ever he had the vision, instead of trying to kill Kylo, then just kind of maybe accidentally becomes a little stricter to where he comes off more like a douche, but doesn't mean to. And that kind of just ends up pushing him closer to the dark side because the dark side seems easier.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way you can do it without making Luke Skywalker be drudged through the mud.
There is a way you can do every single aspect of this movie that would be better than the way it was done. It's not like a case of, oh, it just has one or two bad scenes. Like, for as much as I don't care for the Avengers 2, there's at least, like, some things about it that were done decently and wouldn't require too much adjusting to make it work, make it something I would enjoy. With The Last Jedi, it's like, you'd have to just do a whole new movie. There's nothing salvageable about it. The nicest thing I can say about it is that...
What?
I don't know. I thought by the time I finished the sentence, I'd have thought of something positive to contribute, but I can't. I physically can't, Dan. I can't.
The funny thing is, when you cut, I actually looked at my computer for a second. I was like, "Oh shit, is something wrong with my computer?" Because it was so abrupt, your cut and thought, that I was like, "Oh shit, is my internet dead? Did my computer crash? What happened?" It won't sound like it did for the audience because they'll hear gameplay footage, but the audio cut was so clean that I legit thought I lost internet or something. It was really funny.
This is what this movie does to people. It breaks them.
You know, I am so annoyed with we need to set a date to watch it because one thing you'll laugh at is I'm kind of annoyed. I'm so annoyed with the direction they took because I do have a couple Star Wars figures. I had a Ren and a Rey, and I was like, you know what? I don't want these anymore because of this.
In the garbage they go where they belong.
No, eBay. I'm gonna get some money out of this horse shit.
Well. Meanwhile, we have Solo, a Star Wars movie coming out. Star Wars flop. You know, there's a fucking side character who's a lobster man called Ferrum Scissorpunch. That is his actual name. They are selling merchandise for a guy called Ferrum Scissorpunch, who's a crab man.
Sorry. Fuck.
I mean, it almost make sense if that was the name given to character in a movie that was made as a joke, like the Solo movie was, before there was creative differences between the people working on it, and they had to reshoot the entire movie from scratch.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm distracted because of Boo wanting to beat up Cell and Frieza. And then Goku going, no, we need their help in order to beat up somebody even worse. Then we can beat them up. And Cell just goes, what the hell is he? He's ordering our destruction while we're standing right here. What is this? Some pathetic attempt at psychological warfare?
Nothing more than a stupid pink blob.
I mean...
Fuck. I need a drink of water. Fuck. Fucking hell. I love this stupid ass series.
I mean, Dragon Ball is always at its best when it's being dumb.
And to be fair, it's always trying to be dumb.
Yeah.
It's the fan base that tries to make it not dumb for some stupid reason. Also, I'm putting Boo in my party. There we go.
I remember a friend of mine used to hate Dragon Ball because he kind of didn't... Because this isn't, like, against him, but this is, like, the person who's trying to get him into it originally just didn't really get... He tried to show him all the, like, serious action stuff. And it's like, nah, and he's like, man, I hate Dragon Ball. It's like, nah, bro, here, watch this movie. It's called Battle of the Gods. And he liked it.
You know what? That's actually a good introduction to everything that's Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I mean, it basically describes everything you need to know, Saiyans, Super Saiyans, shit like that. It puts
the silly shit, everything.
Gets you Beerus and Whis. And it's like, even to an extent, like, making fun of, you know, Dragon Ball itself. Because Beerus is just so obscenely overpowered.
You want to know what the worst movie is to introduce them to?
Is it Bio Broly?
I mean, any of the Brolys will do, but yeah, Bio Broly.
Any of the
Broly movies.
Is it The Return of Cooler?
Oh god.
Is it Lord Slug?
Okay, come on, Lord Slug's at least better than those.
Yeah, this is true. Lord Slug's decent.
Yeah, don't lump him in with these fucking amateurs, come on. Even if he is a retread of King Piccolo.
I mean... I mean, Dragon Ball movies are retreads of, like, so many other things. It's kind of...
Yeah.
It's like,
they're fun to watch, but yeah.
I mean, it's always at its best when it's at least trying new stuff, like, sort of, sometimes parts of Garlic Jr. World's Strongest was pretty decent.
Yeah, Dr. Wheelo was nothing that was done at the time.
Trying to think of it.
You have to remember, because you have to remember too, like World's Strongest is way before the Android Saga stuff.
Yeah, it's around those during like the Saiyan. This must be during the Saiyan. Actually, it must be sometime between Saiyan and Namek sagas, or it must have come out during the Namek saga, I guess.
It was no, it was definitely before that because there's no. I think Kaioken was in it.
I think,
but there was no like Vegeta.
Well, Vegeta doesn't actually appear in a Dragon Ball movie until Return of Cooler, believe it or not.
Funny enough,
like
that's it. His movie introduction is getting punched in the dick by Cooler.
I couldn't care less.
Poor Prince Vegetable.
If you don't want to
yeah.
answer the question, then
I mean, I guess that's because only by that point they're like, oh, Vegeta's gonna be. Only at this point where they were like, oh man, this this character's gonna be like actually in this like series for an extended period of time now.
Oh wait, Toriyama's gonna keep this one around? What?
Oh shit.
Okay.
So then they had to bring Vegeta in, and then Vegeta takes his place as always fighting the boss of the movies, always getting kicked in the dick.
So, we talked about this before. Basically, Vegeta replaced the role of Yamcha of getting the shit kicked in by whoever the big bad is. Because that was Yamcha's job for, like, all of Dragon Ball and even, like, a good chunk of Z. Basically, because they wanted to use him as a way to establish someone as a threat easily. Or as they call it, the Warp Effect. It's something that happens in most series. This isn't like a Dragon Ball only thing. This is just something that's happened in writing.
Yeah. But, it's just, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, the problem is with most Dragon Ball movies is it's just kind of boring and unoriginal, which, you know, kind of the same with anime movies in general.
Well, yeah, because they can't really do much, because you can't like, do anything new with the characters, because then you'd be fucking with the show.
Yeah.
That's why, like, usually the best ones are ones that take place after the series, but that's not a guarantee.
I'm trying to think of the best ones off the top of my head. World's Strongest. Return of Cooler's Revenge is a decent fight scene. I always have a.
I mean, they have decent fights. Let's be real. They at least have that.
I have a soft spot for Fusion Reborn.
Yeah, Fusion Reborn's pretty fun.
Wrath of the Dragon's pretty good, and then Battle of the Gods is obviously great.
Yeah, that's literally the best one. I mean, that's the reason why Dragon Ball even came back from the Nether.
Yeah. And then I did actually see Yo Son Goku at his friend's return, but
I've seen that too.
bit of a snore fest, if I'm honest.
It was fun, but like it wasn't anything special.
Yeah. Ironically, considering it's a TV special.
But
Yeah.
oh, they nerfed one of Boo's things. I can't get that to connect anymore.
Oh, shame, they nerfed the character because it's infinite combo. Yeah. Oh, it's tragic. How fucking dare you, Arc Systems, do your job?
Bastards. Then again, I haven't played Fat Boo in ages. The team I've been using lately is
I mean,
Teen Gohan, Frieza, and Cell.
If this was Bethesda, you'd have to pay for that.
If this is Bethesda, they would just never fix it.
No, they get the community to fix it, and they make you pay for that.
Paying for mods.
Company of the Year. Company of the Year. It's like, just fucking joke.
They're
Or
fucking
Developer of
joke.
the Year. Whatever it was, award, like, half-assed, stupid, pointless awards they got. Like, to me, award ceremonies have done, just such a... I remember Jerry Seinfeld made a massive speech about how award ceremonies are basically just circle jerks for people.
I figured as much.
You know, to rich and powerful and famous people just can pat each other on the back and go, "Well done, you did you did that thing you're paid to do."
He's right, which is very rare for Seinfeld.
I mean, I don't care for. I generally don't care for Seinfeld's stand-up comedy, but
What's the deal with hacky jokes? That's all I do!
I mean, hey, it was the '90s, man. It was a different time.
Right.
You kidding me? No, that wasn't. That was when you had, like, fucking, like, you had, like, George Carlin shit running around, too.
Did you? Yeah, that's when you had Louis C.K. Oh wait, no, we're unpersoned. He's been unpersoned. Oh,
Wait, Louis C.K.'s funny?
I never said funny. I just said I just wanted to make a joke about him being unpersoned after the whole thing.
Well, if you don't
I just wanted to say he was never... I never liked him at all. I never really found him funny.
Simply destroy you.
Oh, good. Cell and Frieza are gonna kill 16. Hey, this looks like I've seen this before. And Goku's like, stop! No.
I don't want to.
Really want to find me that badly?
Oh, hi, 21. How you doing?
21.
Didn't think you'd get through this without having to meet the waifu, did you?
I think she's been in almost every episode.
The real question is, how long until 21 appears in something else?
Don't let
Beyond, like, Super Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever it's called, you know, that crossover thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see her in something else. She's popular enough.
be an entity created from many different fused cells.
I mean, they could, like... Oh. They're just... Okay, so that's what 21 is. Like, one of those things created with different cells and shit.
Somehow. Although, also, she's originally human.
Like you.
I don't get it either.
There is no other me. Just
Sabo.
I like how she even just goes like, how does it feel to meet another being just like you? There is no other being like me!
I mean, apart from Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Frieza, to a lesser extent,
I mean, like, almost everybody in the cast.
yeah, to a greater extent, even Majin Buu, absorbing people, being able to copying techniques. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of people like you, Cell.
I was first! Fuck you!
In fact, there's even like 3 different versions of Cell.
Fuck you! I was
There's
first!
as many different cells as there are Zamasus.
Traitor, breathe his last.
Fuck you! I was the first one! Fuck you! I am perfect!
Technically, he was the second cell, though.
Fuck you! Actually, so, okay, I gotta ask. So, when 21 wished all the villains back, I guess for the cloning process, how did she resurrect them all with the Dragon Balls from Namek?
You are the one who betrayed me, so you can stop.
Because the Namekian Dragon Balls can only resurrect one person at a time. And let's see here. There's the entire Ginyu Force, Nappa, Cell, and Frieza. We're all resurrected by this bitch.
Maybe it was a legal loophole. Maybe she went to Purunga and, like, worked out some kind of deal. Like, I can't wish for more wishes, and I can't wish for multiple people to be alive, to be brought back to life, but what if I wished for duplicates of those people instead?
He linked a
Perfect replica bodies that you can put their souls into. And Purunga's like, shit. I have to rewrite the rules for that, but okay, you can have this. You can have it this one time. Or maybe Arc System Works just be like, well, whatever, fuck it. Dragon Balls can do anything.
I mean, if Toriyama can change the rules whenever he feels like it, look at the fucking earring fusion.
Well-
I think Arc Systems is allowed to as well.
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some other, like a fifth group of Dragon Balls that can do it. The Black Star Namekian Dragon Balls. Yeah, there we go. That's how they do it.
interrogating.
One of the angels got bored and just revived them, and she just summoned the dragon for funds.
All things considered, you could at least do this.
Actually, that's the most closest to what could probably happen. She just gave Whis some chocolate, and he's like, "Ooh, I'll resurrect all the villains." He can do that. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it died. Sorry.
I mean, maybe Vados did it.
Are you prepared for this?
Maybe Goku paid Vados to hire it to do it.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a because of the intro for Fuse Zamasu, someone took like the gif of when they like cut between their faces when they're smiling and just looped it and then played the song. It's like, with you and me and you, no matter how they toss the dice. I saw that on Twitter the other day and I was laughing my ass off. If I remember, I'll try to put it in the video. The scary thing is Fuse Zamasu is gonna fly like like fucking Magneto. I know we talked about that before, but I'm terrified of this man.
Who's this Magneto you talk of? I've never heard of him.
I don't know. I think he's from this ancient thing called. Hold on, let me look it up on my phone. X-Men.
Is that like the Doom Patrol?
See, that's a joke only you and me will get.
Isn't that the best kind of joke? Where we just laugh and everyone else knows what the fuck's a Doom Patrol?
Like, the one person who's watching this right now is Googling Doom Patrol right now. It's like, what the fuck?
What's the matter?
Oh, it's those. Oh, those guys. I've seen them.
Well, if you're really wanting to die that quickly,
Man.
allow
Oh, 21 went down to the ground. That didn't take long. I didn't even have to fight her.
21.
Man.
You know, I appreciate Cell and Frieza's initiative here. Someone's gotta fucking do it.
Let's just kill the bitch!
And 16 survived that. I call bullshit. Oh wait, no, there he goes.
Hey everyone, I survived!
You were such
Not for long though.
a boy.
16 is like Kenny from South Park.
Get it? That was all an act just now.
It was all an act. That's a lie, and you know
I
it.
planned for them to attack, so I could self-detonate when you shielded me.
Huh?
But yeah.
To go that far, or else it wouldn't be a proper punishment.
I don't believe this.
All this intricate plot going on right now.
This intricate plot of her pulling shit out of her ass. But just like Dragon Ball, actually.
Oh, be
let's be fair.
careful about saying that. That's going to get people excited.
Oh, come on. There's plenty of fan art for it. They have it.
Probably.
I mean, there's probably almost as much porn of her now as there is of 18. She might have even taken over 18 at this point. Let's be fucking real.
I don't know if she's overtaken 18, if only because there's going to probably be like dozens and dozens and dozens.
Oh yeah, there's like, that's true. There's like decades of 18 porn.
Well, that, and also there's going to be 18 with 21, so...
Oh yeah, that adds to the 18 pile.
No. 16.
Hey look, 16's dead again.
He saved someone who was trying to destroy him.
Ah, well.
What an idiot.
You know what, Cell? Well said. He saved someone who was trying to destroy him. What an idiot.
Talk about pointless.
Man.
Was he a traitor? Or was he a rat?
Man. It's just...
Who cares?
For...
You know what? I agree with that sentiment. Ginyu's like, wait, was he a traitor or her ally? And Frieza's just like, I don't care.
I'm just glad that pet
Doesn't matter. He's dead.
It's 16. The birds go on.
Go right ahead if you want to attack me.
Are we gonna get the
Are you
fighter?
sure it's safe to be acting so calm?
Fighter? I hardly know her.
Sex jokes.
I've
You know, I'm starting to think Arc Systems really likes animating Cell and Frieza putting their hands up and charging ki. So I think they've done it like 3 times this episode. Give or take. Oh look, she's just tanking all the blows. Who would have saw that coming?
oh no, she's got like plot convenience, plot armor.
Oh shit! She has the plot armor right now!
It's like-
We cannot surpass her for the moment.
It's like you remember back in Power Rangers, where like they get a new mech or a new like power up or a new whatever, and like it was literally untouchable. You could shoot as much shit as you want, nothing would stop it. Just walk through all the laser fire, all the explosions, uncaring, unflinching, undamaged. One shot the bad guys, and the next episode it would struggle with the villain of the week.
Don't worry.
It's like basically that principle.
I'm not ready to eat you.
Pretty much this series is they punch the guy repeatedly and he doesn't react until eventually they punch the guy and he reacts because they punched really, really hard.
What are you talking about? You can't eat us.
Or they transformed. Or both.
Yep,
Well, you
Just look at Jiren.
definitely in my eyes.
fucking Jiren.
First-rate
Like, Dragon Ball loves doing the whole thing of, you know, smoke clears and they're fine. But, like, Jiren did it to the point of comedy and parody.
tastier.
To the point where, like, when he finally had, where they finally had him, like, fall down, I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, he actually fell this time!
That is presently linked with Frieza.
Hmm.
Can't wait to see what happens.
Okay, so basically 21's fucking off because she's like, I want you to get stronger so I can eat you, bye! You see, this all would have been solved if we had the greatest fighter in the universe, Mr. Satan.
Yep.
We need Mr. Satan in order to save us all from Android 21.
Fear not, the savior has come.
As paid DLC! Oh, actually, their advertisement has been pretty tongue-in-cheek with Zamasu. They're like, Zamasu descends as paid DLC.
What does she think
Yeah.
she's doing?
And that was fucking dying. And it's their actual advertisement. So, like, when I first saw that, I thought someone was just doing that as a joke. I was like, no, that's actually their marketing for him. And I was laughing.
Then treated my attacks
Ah.
with massages.
Man.
I've never met such an insolent fool. since
Remember when
yourself.
Mr. Satan got a full latex Banaka costume made?
To personally destroy.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Good times.
Remember when Mr. Satan went Super Saiyan?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good times. Good times. Thanks, Super.
All right.
You know, we shit on Super a lot, but I did enjoy Super.
We
I'm gonna
enjoy.
be honest.
There's a point. The problem is that we shit on Super when it's being like actually serious and like doing things. Whereas Super is great when it's just kind of random bullshit.
How are you? We need all of our
I'll be fair, the fight choreography in Super is actually really good.
Yeah, but it's that case of it then comes a point of it's become.
The stakes and the setup.
So what?
Because, like,
What-
Z had very good setup and stakes for its antagonist, where, where, like, Super kind of falls flat in that aspect. So Goku Black was definitely, like, their best setup one, but then he had a really shitty finish. Jiren has a really shitty setup, but he actually has a really good finish. It's kind of frustrating, actually.
But that's the point. Is that for
We can only
when you get to the actual fight with Jiren, because you don't
You cut out.
everything.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold on. You like, your internet, like, dipped for a second, and you completely cut out, probably because you were downloading something. I heard that from Skype.
Oh, I'm sorry. A friend's messaging.
So-
me. I can't help it.
You're saying Jiren, with the Jiren fight, you're saying?
I'm saying that, like, so you have this whole build-up and setup, but because you don't care about the character, you don't care about the kind of conflict, you don't care about any of the actual stakes to the whole fight, it's like, it's hard to really give a shit about them fighting. Like,
Honestly, in the Tournament of Power, I gave it more of a shit about every other fight than the Jiren fight.
like most of the reason people like the Jiren fight as much as they do is because Goku goes Ultra Super Mega Instinct.
Easier way to solve this problem.
And, like, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but, like, if you wanted my personal favorite one, it's the Cully Flood and Kale one, because I liked all the characters in it. It was fun to watch. There was, like, an actual story in their fight. Rather than wait until Goku gets transformed and then Goku overpowers Jiren. But then it backfires.
All we need to
And
do
then
is
the 3
bring
characters
the
beat up Jiren. Oh, I'm sorry, the 2, and 17 just kind of stands there. Luigi wins by doing nothing, the character. 17 did nothing.
to tap into.
I'm not wrong, am I?
We're still quite
Not
far
really.
away from full power.
Like, I'm actually kind of annoyed at everyone, like, all of a sudden is behind 17. I'm like, the motherfucker did nothing. He legit did nothing the entire tournament, and then just won because he was the last man standing. Because Frieza and Goku had to sacrifice themselves to take out Jiren.
Yeah.
He really did nothing. In fact, the worst he did when they did their all-out attack on him is he just slightly annoyed Jiren enough to where Jiren just wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And then Frieza, like, just jumps on him real fast, and then him and Goku do the thing where they knock each other out, and 17 just standing there, just kind of picking his nose, and, oh, I win! I won the tournament!
I mean, I always think the best fight, the character who got the most amount of great fights and moments in Tournament Power is Vegeta. Like, by far.
Yeah. Yeah, Vegeta got the best character development out of it. I would say the worst was definitely Tien. And then I'd probably say 17, to be honest. Then Krillin. Then Piccolo. And then either 18 or Gohan. I'd probably say 18, because I think 18 only got really, like, one fight. Gohan at least got a little bit more. And then...
But, like,
I don't even want to count Goku.
think about Vegeta versus Topper, their second fight, their actual full-on fight.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was my second favorite fight in the entire tournament. Because also, again, I also like Toppo as a character. I don't really care for Jiren at all.
But even like when Vegeta's fighting Jiren, it's like, man, that's like an emotional moment. I give a shit about this. Vegeta's got things he's fighting for. Goku's like, well, I just want to be stronger though.
That's why, like, and then, like, when it comes to, like, say, Gohan, it's like he's fighting for his family. Vegeta, he's also fighting for his family. You actually give a shit there. Let's see here.
What's Ike fighting for? His friends. What's Zero fighting for? I don't fucking know.
But anyway, this is a good place to stop for Dragon Ball Super Z Fighters.
Thank you everyone for joining us through this journey into the insanity.
Rambling.
Yeah.
And rants. It's become more rambly and ranty because we don't have topics anymore. Because I still haven't even really gotten that far in fucking Boo.
Sorry guys, this is us unchained, unrestrained, unrestricted.
No, that happened when I lost my partnership.
Oh.
Have a good day.